Hey guys, just taking a quick pause to thank today's sponsor, Roman. You actually lose about 100 hairs every day. It's part of the natural cycle, but for some folks, it just doesn't grow back. And Roman can help you fight against thinning hair. And don't let your confidence take a hit. Studies show that up to 62% of men agree that hair loss can affect their self-esteem. With Roman, you get science-backed, FDA-approved treatments that are proven to slow or even stop hair loss, and in some cases even regrow hair. Roman has oral prescriptions as well as over-the-counter topical treatments available, so you get the products that are right for you. And what's also really great is that there's no line waiting at the doctor's office or the pharmacy. You can do everything right from your phone. It's also fast, free shipping and discreet packaging. And with Roman, you get more confidence from the top down. So make sure to go to ro.co/blue today. You'll get your first month of treatment free. That's ro.com/blue. That's ro.com/blue. Hi, are you tired of your S13 never starting and leaving you stranded? Are you tired of it breaking up on the dyno? Are you tired of your swap having low voltage? Do I have a product for you? Right, Matt? Oh yeah. The 2JZ S13 has been the bane of my existence my entire career on YouTube. Basically, it's one of the most beloved cars on my channel, but no one ever gets to see it because it always has some crazy thing that happens. It's been through 3 engines, 2 differentials, 2 clutches, 3 wiring harnesses, 3 ECUs, defective twin turbos that were built. But today we're gonna try to solve the root of pretty much the car's entire history. And unfortunately, it is because of, number one, the body harness, or the chassis harness, whatever you want to call it. The 240sx notoriously has electrical issues, especially in the S13. Because here's a news flash if you didn't know. It's an old car, and these cars were not built to last. I don't care what anybody says, but Nissan did not expect people like us to still be messing with them. So for years, I struggled with this low voltage issue, and I felt as though by getting another harness from a junkyard or something, it wouldn't be solving the issue. Until Wiring Specialties, who has done some of my engine harness stuff that was really high quality, they decided to release from the heavens a brand new chassis harness for a 240sx. And no, I am not sponsored this video by Wiring Specialties, but I really like their products and I just want to showcase what we're doing today. And behind me is Matt, who is, you're actually in my phone as Wiring Sensei. Matt here has a ton of experience with Nissan, so you've pretty much wired just about everything though, right?
A lot of swaps, a lot of stuff.
Lots of stuff. We're also going to be switching to a Link standalone ECU. We're switching over to a Link to see if we have a little bit better luck in the car, and hopefully it just fires up and starts this time after all this work and all these years. Also, just a few housekeeping things. If you guys don't know, my office space, I actually don't work from home anymore. My office space is the warehouse, which you just saw, but then I have a whole bunch of other space here that I'm still working on renovating or making my own. One thing I just really wanted to show you guys real quick was this. I have an old school Red Bull fridge that was basically a commercial one at a gas station. What's really cool is that it has a gas pump on the side, which is really neat. But as you see, it doesn't work. So anybody who knows how to fix commercial grade refrigerators, please email me and I'll probably hire you to fix this. Next is something I've been really excited to show you guys too, that this sign was made for me by Scotty B's LEDs. He's an absolutely gifted sign maker. Look at that, dude. Isn't this sick? So if you guys want to go show Scotty some love and get a sign of your own, here's his Instagram right here. You can DM him and he'll do a whole bunch of cool stuff for you. All right, so here is what's left of the S13. So Matt, you wanted to just kind of cover the basics of removing the harness, of what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep.
Right, so you just basically want to go through here, and if you're going to keep your gauge stuff, you know, obviously leave that alone. Look for any wires going to your speakers. If you want to keep that, leave it alone. Basically just do what Wiring Specialties tells you.
Yeah, basically. This is all my problems of the past 8 years or so. So here is the brand new harness. It's absolutely gorgeous. At the same time, this guy controls everything. So it all plugs into here. Nice beefy connectors, and you won't have to worry about a lot of this crap anymore, which is such a relief. Also, we're gonna probably have to remove the battery tray on that side. Oh yeah, these are kind of hidden if you don't know about them. Back of the hat.
Try not to break them, but they'll probably break anyways.
Brittle old Nissan clips. Almost like you worked on 300s or something. 300ZXs, not Chrysler 300.
Yeah, I don't want to see another Z32 ever.
I drove this Z32 years ago that had an RB in it, and Matt knows that car very well.
I'm actually putting that motor in another car right now.
Yeah, so there's a bolt that basically has like a lock washer on it. The way I can describe it, it's like the top of a mushroom.
Yeah.
Like it's just a curved top. There's no way to ratchet it off or anything. Hi, precious cargo here. Well, it's like an illusion, right? Because the washer isn't coming up with it. There we go. So on the bottom, what Matt was holding was this. Sorry, it's kind of out of focus. Basic giant nut. This is what I was describing, like a little mushroom right here. And then this was on that. Oh yeah, don't you love it when a shop breaks a bolt and just leaves it?
That's sick. Factory wiring can't handle bigger fuel pumps, so you kind of have to put it on a relay and just use the factory wiring to trigger the relay so you can use the bigger, heavier wire for the amperage.
So we have a Hellcat pump in this now.
Yeah, that's a 40 amp pump.
Yeah. This is also why I tell people, if you can, find the cleanest example of an S13 you can find, because you're gonna save money in the long run. Well, maybe not nowadays, but back in the day, this is what you get if you go, I'm gonna go buy a shell, because that's what's gonna be waiting for you.
Oh.
You cut the green wire, Matt.
Shakalaka.
Matt, you make wiring seem like way less intimidating than the rest of us feel.
Well, I'm gonna put it back together better than I found it, so.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, no worries, I'm gonna shred this stuff up.
Honestly, you gotta do what you gotta do if you're doing it yourself sometimes, so I understand, but
yeah,
don't burn stuff to the ground.
The problem is that myself, other people, so many other people have had their hands in this car over the years that I don't even remember the decisions that were made half the time. And so it all gets kind of blended together. There was one time where this car miraculously made it to 3 events in Florida, drove all 3 events in Florida while driving to it, not being trailered. So I did the half mile, Sebring, and Daytona's Roval. Sometimes running on 6 volts apparently. And I don't know how I made it back. I have no absolute idea how it happened, but we were blessed that day and we were on pump gas, but then the car had its last engine failure like a month or 2 later. Oh, sorry, second to last engine failure. That was motor number 2. Oh, Matt, you didn't know that? How many motors we've been through?
No, I did not know that.
First one was a stock one that was out of an Aristo. So then I gave that one kind of a pass because I was like, it's old, who knows. 2, had the wrong parts in it that I was told. So that was cool. And it had cheaper parts in it than I was told. And then the 3rd one, they had lifted on it.
I will say, everything is pretty clean in here.
Yeah, no, the interior of this thing was spotless when I got it.
For an S13.
Yeah, you have to have an asterisk on that. For an S13, it was very good. While Matt is doing some inspecting, I'm gonna tell a quick story about this thing too. I got invited to an autocross at Clemson University one time, and I drove the car all the way there. It was like an hour and a half, so I was like, it's not that bad. So I drove it there, did the autocross, everything was fine. Then somebody said, David, you have one more run, give it a whirl. And I just put these Michelin tires on it that had way less give because they're good. Like they had a lot more grip. Well, Matt, guess what happened? I launched the car and it broke my axles. I'm stranded there, no truck or trailer, didn't have a trailer back then. Guy I had only talked to for maybe 3 minutes at a track event named Sloan. Sloan, you are the MVP. Literally heard about my incident, took his truck and trailer, went all the way to Clemson University and picked me up and saved the day. What a guy. What was really cool was on the way back, he was like, you know, if I was in your situation, I definitely want somebody to rescue me. So, because the tow truck bill would have been like $500 or something. You know, it would have been, if not crazy. More. But yeah, Sloan, thanks, man. Saved the day. Also,
that dude's a G.
He's a G. Also, his car is a G. I think it's RB25. Big turbo. One of the craziest drivers. I mean, crazy in a good way at our local drift events. Here's the seatbelt control, if everybody's wondering. So this guy would power these to slide up and down on this rail. And if you've never seen these work before, you close the door, and Nissan thought they were clever. I think Saturn did it too.
Boy, is rusty. Just to get everything like ran underneath is where it's going to go. For some reason they run down the driver's side. I think we'll run down the passenger is what I was reading from Wiring Specialties, or you can run down the center. But the box is going right here, and you have a remote mount battery. It's just going to be better to run everything down this side completely.
Oh yeah, totally forgot that this was in here. Just in case I'm stranded, which is common in these cars. Also, S13 sound deadening, don't freak out. They always crumple like that.
Oh yeah.
It's always like that. On my coupe, which Matt has actually worked on. Matt has done a ton of work on my S13 coupe drift car, so thank you for doing that. No problem. But we had to remove all the sound deadening in that. And you take like dry ice and you just start chiseling away.
It looks awesome when it's done though.
It does, and you'll see me do that in the series whenever that comes out in 2030. So,
oh man!
just to let you know how that's going briefly, I ordered a pedal set and it was supposed to come with boosters, and the boosters didn't show up. So standard David luck. It just needs a tune and an intake and a few other things. We're done. Also, in this black box, we have my new dash. This Link dash is going to be mounted. Shout out to Link ECU for hooking me up with this. And also the Fury X Link standalone. So we have both of these. We're starting with a completely new slate on literally everything. It's gonna be a completely different car by the time we're done. We've gone a long way, buddy, on this.
Oh yeah.
Lots of problems of you not working and then working the next day, then working again, then not working the next day. All right, so another thing you'll notice is just from sitting in the elements and other issues with this car, it is extremely dirty in the engine bay, which I think all of us can agree the quality of life of working a car is very important for morale. So all this dirt, all this grime right here and the leaves, it's just not doing it for me. So we're gonna use my degreaser and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Patterson Car Care degreaser. This is actually my degreaser for my brand Patterson Car Care. If you've never heard of it, 100% original formula, made here in America. And also, this degreaser does not hurt your skin or your hands. It's very easy on your skin. Also, we just rebottled all of our stuff with new packaging, new nozzles and everything. So this will probably be the last time you see this 32-ounce bottle this way. We've upgraded everything, incredibly excited. So go check it out if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you so much. So I haven't even touched it with a rag or anything. You can see it's pulling all the dirt out, especially right here on the reservoir. Look at that. All right, looking way better, especially after the third motor went in this. It leaks coolant, oil, grime, all up in this. I still have a little bit to wipe down in each area, but especially under here because all that oil and stuff landed down here. But overall, super stoked to see this car come back to life, especially thanks to Matt over here saving the day.
It's going good. Just plugging in some sub harnesses to get my links right on everything. It's a pretty nice harness. Makes it like a lot easier having these sub harnesses, so you can unplug these when you get it and then run like all of your stuff through all the little humps and beams and stuff. And just makes it like so much easier than having to tape everything together and then pull it all the way through. Yeah, it's like, it looks professional as can be. Everything's labeled.
Oh, that's so
like,
nice.
Every little thing's labeled.
Especially for numbnuts like me. It's like, what wire goes to where?
It's literally idiot proof.
here is everything.
Yeah, pretty much engine harness is ready to go in. Body harness is ran. We'll have to terminate our big power lug and do our starter big wire and alternator charging wire. And other than that, it's just clipping things in now. Super simple.
And we started at 9 this morning. It's about, let's see, it is 4:44.
Not bad.
Not bad, dude.
Click. Click. Gotta get everything routed because we got a lot of heat management to do over here. And
JZs get hot.
yeah,
They get real hot.
yep, and they stay hot for a
My
while.
my hood in the rain would start steaming. All right, so Matt, you noticed something with my wideband.
Yeah, so both of these are different stuff. One's I'm like monitoring, one's like maybe factory stuff. Then this one is, this is a Bosch style. So we're gonna need to switch that guy out.
But you're saying your hypothesis is like an EcoBoost wideband.
Yeah. So like an AEM Wago wideband from 2014 3.5 EcoBoost.
See, I'd be like, I have a wideband. Why isn't it working? What you doing there, Matt?
Getting the pop-up motor wiring separated.
You look like a kid who made a mess in the house and said, I threw up.
Tracing it back to the relay. See what we got here.
Okay, so we were here until, what, like 9:45 last night?
Oh yeah,
Something like that?
something like that.
It's a new day, but I think we're gonna close out the video on the first stage of bringing back the 240. Well, looking through everything on the car, we realized that, as with every project car, just when you think it's almost over, you come up with a brand new list of parts that you have to buy that seem to just come out of nowhere. Mostly sensors, really.
Fuel.
Stuff. We have to get a bunch of new fuel stuff because that stock S13 top hat just ain't gonna do it anymore.
No, you
It's
gotta do some better lines for heat.
and the car sat forever, which means I need to clean my injectors and do everything else. So there's a lot to still go. I don't want this to be an impression like it's almost done. Oh yeah, we also have to put all this stuff back on, the radiator and everything else. But on that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Did you like this video of just going through the motions again of seeing this car come back to life? Let me know in the comment section below. And on that note, I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.